Yeah. In terms of why is the country being invaded, my question is why do you see foreigners coming over as an invasion? Because last time I checked, you know, yes, there are foreign people coming over to the United States of America, but it is not necessarily removing anything from you. You're not being held against your will. You're not being forced out of your homes. Like, I think we are misunderstanding what an invasion actually looks like. In fact, if you just look at the U.S. military and their geopolitical stance for how many plus years, the U.S. is the primary invader of the world. Just check any country in the world that they've went in and literally broken down people's homes in the name of war against terror. You understand? So, if anything, America is one of the biggest, probably the biggest invader of all time and all human civilization. So, it's very interesting that people all of a sudden in the United States of America, in the comfort of their homes, feel that they're being invaded when they're literally people in the Middle East. American soldiers are busting into their houses and pulling them out at gunpoint.
Can I rebuttal him?
Yeah. Yes, you can. Go ahead.
All right. So if you understand language, right, you will understand that there's multiple definitions that fall within a word. So the first definition of invasion that you're referring to convenience. But when we're using it, we're talking about the incoming or spread of something that's harmful. So what's happening is, and I don't know if you heard me speak earlier, there's a mass influx and a constant incoming of immigrants, and it's harmful to the original people here, Black Americans. Why? Because of the many things that we already discussed. So trying to change our culture, trying to force your language to become our language, trying to drain our resources, taking advantage of the 14th Amendment, which wasn't meant for you, and then just using it to continue to have anchor babies. A whole mass influx that is changing the culture and the dynamics, harmfully here. So yes, that does qualify under the secondary definition of an invasion. I'm gonna land on that.
Okay, Ikiki, you can respond. I give you 1 minute, and I think Chris have a rebuttal too, and then we'll get to Hebrews to Negroes. Go ahead. You get 1 minute, Ikiki.
Okay. So my question to you is how have you been forced to take on these things? Like, yes, they are
But
around
this
you.
not a back and forth
Right.
conversation. You got to just make it. He's not gonna be able to respond to you.
Okay.
So go ahead.
All right. So I'll just say all I'm gonna say is this: foreigners are gonna be here whether you like it or not. You understand? In fact, the United States wouldn't even reach the point that it is as it is right now as a superpower in the world without foreigners. In fact, it's even funny because the way America has positioned itself, it positioned itself to be the place that everybody goes to. You understand? I mean, you can't just go and destabilize the rest of the world and then expect people to just stay in their countries and suffer. Obviously, people will come to the land of the free and milk and honey, as you guys have said. So, my thing is, it's one of those things where foreigners are coming, foreigners are here to stay. Foreigners are most likely your doctors, your engineers, your mechanics, the people just making up your entire society. So, you're just going to have to deal with it. There's
Okay,
nothing
land
you
your
can do.
plane, and we're gonna have open panel after Hebrews to Negroes. So melanated, if he's still up here, you'll get a say. Go ahead, Chris.
Foreigners can also be sleeper cells like Evelyn Salt too. Make sure you add that in as well. They also can blend it with numbers on EBT, food stamps, also prisons and jails, because you refuse to mark Nigerian American on that box. So when you ask, what is the problem? Well, paperwork is the problem. The pen is the problem. You clicking that mouse on Black African American is the problem instead of you marking other, marking Nigerian. You see how when Love asked you at first, hey, what's your ethnicity? Oh, I'm Black. Oh, I'm Black. And then what do you mean, ethnicity? Then, nationality. Oh, Nigerian. My parents are from Nigeria. So that's the problem. You not identifying yourself on documents. If Burna Boy was to get arrested right now because he did some Nigerian shit, he would go under Black. So that is a problem. So make sure when you talk about what the issue is, is that paperwork. And I know you're sitting up here thinking, oh, paperwork doesn't matter. Well, they use those same statistics in front of Congress to make laws that help or hurt people. So make sure you remember that and mark down Nigerian American next time you fill out a document. And I land my plane there.
Okay, you can have the final say, Mr. Ikiki, and then we'll get to Hebrews to Negroes.
Okay. The last thing I'll just say is this. The main issues that you guys have is with those who are actually in charge of the government. And last time I checked, it isn't really foreigners who are running the United States government. In terms of the paperwork, for most paperwork, it does not specify specifically Nigerian American. The ones that do, obviously, I would, check that, yes, Nigerian. But most of the time, they would just say black, whites, Hispanic, or non-Hispanic. That's typically what it will most likely say. But again, it's the United States government that you have an issue with. Foreigners are not your issue. And the funny thing is, even if all the foreigners were literally just to disappear from the United States right now, right this instant, black people will still have issues in America. White people will continue to disenfranchise black people regardless of whether foreigners are here or not. So your enemy is not foreigners. Foreigners already have their own issues to deal with. Your enemy is the ones who are actually in charge.
Love, I wanna say something. Did he know that when Obama ran for president the first term and the second term, that we had more of a black turnout than the YT turnout ever in history of America? Do they not know that? So when they keep talking about these numbers that they say we don't and do have, it's been proven on paper that when black Americans have something to vote for, we show up in major numbers. So if they want us to vote y'all up out of here or whatever it is, if we with it, just know we got the numbers to get you up out of here. Stop